In the shadows of Kenya's bustling cities, a dangerous game has been unfolding. It is a story of wealth, greed, betrayal, and death. Young men, desperate for success, turned to the world of Forex trading scams, an industry filled with promises of quick riches but littered with broken dreams. Behind the flashy cars, the nightclubs, and the social media glamour lies a dark truth. Many of these so-called traders were nothing more than conmen, and some paid the ultimate price for their deceit. Forex trading, short for foreign exchange trading, has long been a legitimate business worldwide, but in Kenya, it quickly became a tool for exploitation. Unsuspecting young people, workers saving their hard-earned money, and even professionals were targeted by self-proclaimed Forex gurus. These scammers promised massive returns, sometimes doubling or tripling investments in just weeks. To gain trust, they flaunted designer clothes, luxury cars, and expensive lifestyles on Instagram and Facebook. They lived large in Nairobi estates, took lavish trips to coastal resorts, and portrayed themselves as geniuses of the financial world. What victims didn't know was that much of this money came from previous scams, not real trading. It was a dangerous pyramid built on lies. One of the most shocking examples came in June 2022. The country was shaken by the gruesome deaths of Frank Obegi and his three friends, Elijah Omeka, Fred, and Moses. Their bodies were discovered dumped in Kiabe forest, badly mutilated. According to investigators, the four had been linked to online scams involving Forex trading and cryptocurrency deals. Obegi, known for his presence on Twitter, often engaged in heated debates about money, online hustles, and life in Nairobi. Too many, but he appeared to be a regular young man. But behind the scenes, police investigations revealed connections to fraud rings that duped unsuspecting Kenyans out of thousands of shillings. Their deaths sent shockwaves across the country not just because of the brutality, but because it exposed the hidden dangers of the so-called Forex lifestyle. These young men who once flaunted wealth on social media had become victims of the very criminal networks they were part of. Obegi's case was not isolated. Across Nairobi and its environs, several similar stories have emerged. In Roysambu and Kasarani neighborhoods, police reports have linked young men to Forex fraud and card scams, only for them to later disappear under mysterious circumstances. In 2021, a university student was found dead after allegedly falling out with partners over proceeds from a Forex scam. Friends later admitted that he had been running fake investment platforms where people deposited money, expecting profits that never came. In another high-profile case, a self-styled Forex millionaire in Westlands threw lavish parties, hired bodyguards, and claimed to mentor youths into financial freedom. Behind the glamour, he ran a Ponzi scheme disguised as a Forex academy. When his business collapsed, investors stormed his office, and he reportedly fled the country, leaving millions in losses. To this day, victims continue to demand justice. These stories follow a haunting pattern. Young people lured into easy money, investors swindled, and scammers eventually meeting tragic fates either from criminal rivalries, mob justice, or mysterious disappearances. And yet, despite the warnings, the cycle continues. Many young men and women continue to be seduced by the illusion of Forex success. They see the images of expensive alcohol bottles in Nairobi clubs, hired luxury cars parked in estates, and screenshots of supposed trading profits. What they don't see is the growing list of victims crying at police stations, or the grieving families identifying bodies in morgues. The mechanics of these scams are deceptively simple. A scammer poses as a successful Forex trader and convinces victims to invest. They promise quick returns, sometimes as high as 30 or 40%. In just weeks. At first, they may even pay small profits to build trust, but soon the payments stop. Excuses follow: market crashes, system failures, or frozen accounts. By the time victims realize the truth, the scammer has vanished, already recruiting new victims under a different name. Social media fuels this illusion of success. Instagram and TikTok have become stages where fake traders display fake bank balances, Photoshop trading dashboards, and flaunt lifestyles funded by fraud. This is a performance designed to lure the desperate, the ambitious, and the greedy. The consequences are devastating. Families have lost entire life savings. Parents have mortgaged property, believing they were investing in a legitimate opportunity. Young people have dropped out of school, chasing the dream of becoming instant millionaires. The cost is not just financial but also human. Frank Obegi and his friends are reminders that this underworld does not forgive. Rivalries, betrayals, and revenge killings are now part of Kenya's Forex scam narrative. Those who flaunt too much, cheat the wrong investors, or cross powerful networks often end up silenced. Kenya is not alone in this. Across Africa, similar cases have emerged. In Nigeria, the so-called Yahoo boys run elaborate scams, using romance, fake businesses, and Forex schemes to fleece victims worldwide. In South Africa, Ponzi schemes disguised as Forex investments have collapsed, leaving thousands in financial ruin. In Kenya, the violence surrounding these scams has become particularly chilling. Brutality, mutilation, and disappearances are stark reminders that this is not just financial fraud but organized crime. The deaths of Obegi and his friends remain a turning point. They expose the dangerous undercurrents linking online fraud, criminal networks, and violent retribution. What appeared on social media as a glamorous life was in reality a ticking time bomb. Behind every champagne toast was a betrayed investor. Behind every hired car was a trail of enemies. And behind every bold tweet was a risk that one day the game would end in blood. As these cases pile up, one question remains: is the fast life worth the deadly price? For every Forex scammer who celebrates in a nightclub, there are dozens of victims left in poverty, friends plotting revenge, and police officers piecing together body parts in forests. The story of Kenya's Forex scammers is not just about crime. It is about a generation searching for shortcuts in a world that demands patience, hard work, and honesty. The glamorous fraud may attract followers online, but the reality is often a coffin, an empty bank account, or a life lived on the run. And so tonight, we remember the victims, not just the ones who lost money, but the scammers themselves who lost their lives in the brutal underworld they helped create. We remember Frank Obegi and his friends, whose deaths serve as a warning that crime not only destroys those it targets, but also those who profit from it. We remember the countless families torn apart, the children left without inheritance, and the dreams destroyed by the pursuit of easy wealth. The deadly world of Forex scams in Kenya is still unfolding. Somewhere right now, another so-called trader is posting fake profits online. Somewhere else, another family is being tricked into parting with money that they worked so hard to find. And somewhere, another young man is walking into the same deadly trap that claimed the lives of those before him. As we close this story, one truth remains clear: the path of deceit, no matter how glamorous it may appear, ends in tragedy. And for those who dare to play this dangerous game, the cost is often far greater than they ever imagined. Stay with us on Crime Files for more untold stories. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, because the truth deserves to be heard.